Since the station master told us that the train is about to arrive, we should not have to wait very much longer.
Yes, at last.
Attention! The train is arriving at the station. Please stand well away from the platform edge.
I'll take your bags and your blasted archive suitcase. But, Holmes, the headlight. It's
ये
faded
क्या भाई
away.
ये तो अभी
Something
हिंदी
is wrong.
हिंदी
I can't
सीरियल
hear
जैसा
any
लेके जा रहे हैं.
sound from the incoming train.
Excuse me, sir. Can you explain what has happened?
I don't know. It's as if the train vanished into thin air.
Holmes, say something.
Quick, fetch a lantern and let us take a look.
वाह
It's too dark. Only fog and rails, nothing else.
There is no use in stumbling around here at night. We will come back tomorrow.
वाह ये लोग का ट्रेन मिस हो गया उसका कुछ मतलब ही नहीं. नाइस. क्या है भाई कुछ ओपन लीड मिल रहा है कि नहीं. नहीं मिल रहा है
Well,
शायद.
here we are again at Evesham Station. We have a full day ahead. Let us begin our investigation. First of all, let us examine the area where the train disappeared.
जो यहाँ पर है बहुत दूर. आपके बाहर लेके जा रहा है क्या. अपन यहाँ पर रुके थे. ओके यहाँ पर है.
This is the place where we saw the train vanish last night.
A discarded item, possibly thrown from the train. Railway sleepers, nothing unusual. The rails have not been touched. There's nothing unusual here.
बहुत अनयूजुअल सिनेरियो है जहाँ पर पटरी से ट्रेन गायब हो गया. रे ऐसा होता किधर है. स्टेशन मास्टर को पूछने पर
First of
कुछ
all, let us
तो
examine the area where the train disappeared. This map will be useful.
नाइस.
First of all, let us examine the area where the train disappeared.
तो कुछ है भी तो नहीं. शायद मैं कुछ मिस आउट कर रहा हूँ. एक बार देखना पड़ेगा. ये राइट में कुछ तो है क्या.
There are no tracks or footprints on the ground.
क्या एक छोटा सा ये बच गया
There
था.
are no
अरे
signs to indicate that the train ran off the track, nor are there any other traces. There is nothing whatsoever. There are no clues. But then, a negative result is also a result.
Oh, I see what you're getting
क्या
at.
प्रोवर्ब बोला भाई.
No clues and you're smiling.
Yes, Watson, I do smile on occasion. This mystery appears very promising.
JEE में माइनस पे नंबर आ गए तो भी नेगेटिव रिजल्ट इज अ रिजल्ट. फाइंड आउट मोर अबाउट द वैनिश ट्रेन. अभी तो आगे जाने नहीं देगा. मेरे को लग रहा है अभी अंदर जाके इन्वेस्टिगेट करना है. ये क्या है भाई? इधर क्यों रखा है ये? Sorry.
Good morning. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
Yes, I remember you. I'm Station Master Everett. You were here last night. So, you are Mr. Holmes, the great detective. Will you be investigating what happened?
I shall indeed.
It is extraordinary that an
मेरे को
entire
इसमें
train
बहुत
could
doubt आ रहा है यार.
disappear like that. And to think of all the poor people inside it, the passengers, the driver.
सॉरी. इस पे डाउट आ रहा है. इसका आईसाइट ही बहुत फुल ग्रे यार. बुड्ढा है. ऑनररी बैच. हाथ में
Could you please give us any details about the train?
Well, there was nothing so very special about it. At least not that I can recall. My memory's not what it used to be. However, if you need it, you can have the train composition report. It's inside my office.
See you later, my good man.
ये क्या बोला कि
The entire train has disappeared. It's a disaster.
A telegraph.
टेलीग्राफ वो टाइम का. यही ट्रेन ले सकता है.
A new telegram.
I think we should meet this Mr. Robinson. Here is the train.
और कुछ क्लूज मुझे दिख रहा नहीं है. ये मैप तो मिल गया मुझे भाई. ये
According to the train composition report, there was a special wagon. What does that entail?
That's a highly secure car, ordered by a private party. It is generally to carry something of value. Those wagons have iron walls, you know, without any windows. And they're fitted with a complex key lock.
That is important information. Do you know what was inside this particular wagon?
Certainly not. No, that's private. And it's not my responsibility to allot the wagons to whoever.
Was there anything exceptional about any of the passengers aboard the train?
What do you mean? Like officials? I wouldn't know. Oh, but now that you mention it, yes, there was something. There was a message from Bridlington station saying that the train had been delayed because of an issue with the passengers. What kind of problem that they didn't say?
That is interesting. You mentioned a problem at Bridlington station. I should like to visit this station. Could you mark it on the local map?
Of course. It's a suburban railway station. You might take a cab there.
See you later, my good man.
अभी कैब लेके उधर जाना है, वहाँ पर जाके पूछना है ब्रिडिंगटन. ओके. पहले ही कुछ डिसीजन पे नहीं आता है, इस बार मेरे को मैशअप नहीं करना है. लेट्स सी. वॉटसन के मुंह पे कंटिन्यू क्यों आ रहा है भाई? लेट्स सी. यहाँ पर कोई है बंदा बात करने के लिए? नहीं. ये बंदे से बात करके कुछ फायदा है? नहीं. ओके, स्टेशन की एंट्री यहाँ से है क्या? स्टेशन मास्टर से बात. वेयर हाउस में कुछ है? नथिंग यूजफुल. हट जा भाई. एंग्री पैसेंजर था क्या?
This is an absolute scandal. It's always the same with these rail companies. No respect for the customer.
क्यों भाई इतना सदमा क्या लग गया इसको? दाढ़ी पे पहला क्लू आएगा. फ्रेंच दाढ़ी नहीं, कुछ तो नकली वाला रखा है इसने. टिकट, चीप टिकट. वाह. वेडिंग रिंग. किधर का तो वर्कर है ये? What happened?
Please calm down, sir. What is your concern?
Concern? What is my concern? I'll tell you what my concern is. Last night I were on the train as usual with my colleague, heading home. Then along came this ridiculous ticket inspector who started arguing that our tickets were invalid. He made us get off the train, and he was extremely rude about it.
Were you aboard the train that vanished last night?
Yes, I heard that it disappeared, but I don't care because we would have stopped before then anyway. Our tickets were valid and no doubt about it. And then, to top it all, the ticket inspector pushed everyone else out too, except for a bunch of rich.
Private wagon, special wagon बोला था उसने.
Can you recall anything more specific about this fortunate group?
Well, yes. They were all foreigners.
Goodbye, sir.
Good day to you, gentlemen. How may I help you?
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I am investigating the unfortunate disappearance of last night's train.
I see. I'm Station Master Bertram, but my supervisor has not informed me about this. I do not know if...
Do not worry. I have only a few questions.
टिकट किसने लिया वो वाला?
Station Master Everett from Evesham told us that you reported a problem with some passengers last night.
Indeed. This train is a regular line for those who work at Nottingham. But yesterday, everyone was asked to get off the train here at my station. I've no idea why, and it delayed the train. But the worst of it is that now I have to deal with two furious passengers who are complaining about the company's service. They stayed here the whole night, but people do not usually pay much attention to the regulations, you see. There are very strict and clear rules. Paragraph 234 of Article 2G-43 states that in the event of a complaint, you must...
Yes, thank you. I understand.
कुछ शेरलॉक होम्स खुद ही पक गया भाई. इसको देख लेते क्या सीन है. यंग एज आँख से पता चल जाता है. क्लीन क्लोथ्स. सॉरी. इंस्ट्रक्शन सेट पढ़ते ही रहते दिन रात. भाई नया बंदा लगता है.
Apart from the passengers disembarking, did you notice anything else that was unusual last night?
I did. And I mentioned it in my report to our higher management on the matter.
What was it?
Sorry, but I can't tell you. The station master's reports are confidential.
Confidential, you say? How long have you been working here?
I have worked here long enough to be quite capable of managing a railway station.
इंस्ट्रक्शन सेट कैरी करता है तो रुकिए.
Let me speak frankly, Mr. Bertram. Your age and your lack of confidence in your
बराबर.
position are
शेरलॉक
quite
होम्स है रे.
apparent. You cannot deny that you have only recently completed your studies.
I was at the top of my class.
Listen here, young man. I am aware that you wish to protect yourself behind all these regulations, but I represent the law.
क्या डायलॉग मार दिया.
And you are obstructing the investigation of an important case. I would suggest that you cooperate with Mr. Holmes. Think of your career.
बराबर.
Ah, that is... Well, I'll tell you everything. First of all, I scolded the ticket inspector, for it was he who asked the passengers to leave the train. It was not his right to do so. He was very rude. And then, later on, I received a most peculiar telegram from my colleague at Chesterfield Station, the next stop along the line.
What was in the strange
What
message?
did the telegram say?
Well, that was the peculiar thing. It was almost unreadable. It was full of errors and awfully vague. It was hard to understand if the train had correctly passed that station or not. You can read it for yourself.
We ought to visit Chesterfield Station. We need to confirm if the station master saw the train or not.
स्टेफिल स्टेशन तो पहुंच ही गए अपन. ओपी. ये तो भाई सो गए.
I had thought that all station masters knew the Morse code, but apparently not.
ये पढ़ रहा था मोर्स कोड. ओके.
A telegraph.
तो कुछ अनयूजुअल लेटर्स आया? नहीं 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 नहीं. और कुछ पॉइंट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट?
How could he fall asleep at work like this? Excuse me, sir.
फोन आ रहा है
Wake up.
स्टेशन पे इतना.
Ah, his breath. He must have swallowed half a distillery.
And that explains the how.
By his sleeping off the alcohol, you mean? Wake up, please, sir.
What? The 18-hour 72 train has arrived?
Good day to you. We are investigating the disappearance of last night's train, and we should like to ask you a few questions.
पहले इसको देख लेते हैं. अल्कोहलिक है इतना मालूम है. रेड नोज इससे क्या मतलब भाई? क्लीन क्लोथ्स. मैरिड. ए दारू. फिशिंग लाइन.
Were there any passengers who got off that particular train at your station last night?
No. Nobody, it seems to me. Although I did not leave my office, so...
No doubt you were very busy.
You don't say. You can't ever get any peace around here.
ये goofy जैसा
You
बात
have to
कर
send
रहा
a
है भाई
telegram
Disney
each time
HD
a
वाला.
train arrives and departs.
Mickey.
Station Master Bertram from Bridlington showed me a strange telegram that he received from you last night. It concerned the train, but it was barely comprehensible.
What? He's a fastidious little twerp, that Bertram. I remember everything quite clearly. It was late, and I was tired, but I did my work. So what? There's no need to be so petty.
You were not tired, you were inebriated. Tell me the truth now, or I shall not hesitate to document your state in my report.
My friend means that you will end up by being sacked from your position.
वाह धमकी.
All right. So I was drunk. I don't remember all of yesterday, to be truthful to you. Please don't go harsh on me.
अब आया ना सच में.
Holmes, this man has consumed a considerable amount of alcohol. He's not entirely helpless yet, but...
It will not be long before he is. Obviously, his testimony cannot be trusted. A fishing advertisement.
This bin is full of empty bottles.
मतलब सिर्फ इसने दारू पिया है भाई.
A handcar wheelbase. Interesting. Watson, please tell me, do you believe in magic?
Of course not, Holmes.
Then you are of the opinion that a train cannot simply disappear.
Well, we both know that that is obvious. Why
I'm
are
a
you
student
asking
of
such
science
peculiar
बोलेगा.
questions?
Watson.
A little patience, Watson. You will understand my point quite soon. So, are you quite certain that you saw the train at Evesham Station?
Yes, of course. We saw it coming. The headlights. And heard the whistle.
But that is it. We didn't see the train itself.
बराबर ये हैंड कार पे कोई
but-
तो फ्लैशलाइट लगा के आगे आता
Holmes,
रहेगा
I'm a little
और ट्रेन की
confused.
तरह और ही रुका रहेगा. वो मेरा एंड ऑफ डिडक्शन है. फिर देखते हैं. सॉरी. Let's find retrieving the information passengers. ये information कहाँ पर मिलेगा पैसेंजर का वो नहीं मालूम. Find out what the special agent was carrying वो भी नहीं मालूम. ये हैंड कार मिल गया गलती से अपने को.
I should use the appropriate object here.
ये इधर आएगा ऊपर. ओके व्हील आएगा यहाँ पर एक. यहाँ पर एक व्हील आएगा ना भाई.
I should use the appropriate object here. I should use the appropriate object here.
ये किधर आएगा भाई. ओके और कुछ ब्रेक्स. ब्रेक्स इधर लग गए. वुडन बेस, जैसे वुड लगेगा मेरे को, ये जो गिरा है यहाँ पर। ओके, ये यहाँ पर लगेगा। इट्स कंप्लीट।
So, now
Doesn't look much like a train to me.
be patient, Watson. I haven't finished yet. Try using your imagination. Our train requires only a headlight and a steam whistle. We need to attach a headlight and a steam whistle.
हेडलाइट और स्टीम विसल। हाँ, हेडलाइट मिल गया, स्टीम विसल भी मिल गया। नाइस, लगा देते हैं भाई।
The long pole is now attached. It will
Yeah.
allow us to... The headlight is attached. The steam whistle is now connected.
Holmes, what can we do to make the steam whistle work?
It is elementary, my dear Watson. We shall need a fire extinguisher.
फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर, ये क्या रहा? मिल गया भाई। नाइस, एकदम मस्त सेटअप बनाया है लोग ने। ओ
The
जी,
fire extinguisher. Now let us see what we have here. First of all, let us pump the pressure inside the extinguisher.
एकदम साइंस
First
लेसन
of all,
बायजू
let
साहब
us
जैसा।
pump the pressure inside the extinguisher.
ओके।
The steam whistle is ready to be used.
ओह ओह, ओह,
Watson, I do believe that we have created an exact replica
Backyard
of the train
science.
that vanished in front of us last night. The criminal mind can be most inventive. I am somewhat in awe.
So, such
Oh.
a thing is possible. If someone went to all the trouble of creating this fake train, then it was surely with the intention of stealing the real one.
Ah, Watson, you should not jump to conclusions. In fact, this does not tell us very much at all, except that the train did not evaporate into thin air.
Although you half suspected it.
Huh. At any rate, we now need to find where the real train might be hidden. I suggest we use my archives to find a more detailed map of our surroundings.
Well, I hope that justifies our having to load your massive archive suitcase onto the cab. It made us extremely unpopular with our driver.
आर्काइव लेके आया अपन, क्या बात कर रहा है? बी एक ट्रेन एंड स्पेयर पार्ट्स ऑफ हैंड कर रही, ये क्यों सेलेक्ट कर रहा है? The train never reached it was disappeared and was faked by somebody using a from a बराबर, एक लीड है, एक ही लीड है, क्या बात कर रहा है? ये ड्रिंक करके डाला था, वो भी एक लीड हो गया। चेस्टरफील्ड से कोई और रास्ता पकड़ के गया रहेगा, बट उसके बाद ये सिमुलेशन टाइप का वो भी हो सकता है। ओके, विषम स्टेशन में जाके अपना आर्काइव देखना है। नाइस, लेट्स सी। विषम स्टेशन पहुंच गया, किधर ही कार के अंदर अपना ये था। पोर्टेबल आर्काइव सर्च हो रहा है.
Now we have 2 maps.
कुछ तो बोला. क्या ये होवर क्यों हो रहा है भाई? ए. यही है यार, क्या हो रहा है ये? क्या करने बोला है? मैंने देखा ही नहीं, ध्यान भी नहीं दिया. अरे यार.
Here it is.
Yeah.
There is a side branch to the railway. Its first switch is located between
Between the
Bridlington
Bridlington
and
and
Chesterfield stations.
नाइस.
There
बोला
is
ना.
one more station to be visited. It is located between Chesterfield and Evesham, and there should be a side railway to the nearby quarry. There is a small section of a railway at the end of Evesham station.
नाइस. मिल गया ना.
Holmes, how is it even...
This suitcase contains my archives. We can consult with it if needed.
यहाँ पर तो कुछ ये बंदे से तो बात.
The entire train has disappeared.
रेलवे स्विच. यार ये नया लोकेशन खुल गया. ये स्विच, ये स्टेशन एक है यहाँ पर. रेलवे स्विच जाके इन्वेस्टिगेट करते. ओके. स्विच आ गया. रेलवे स्विच.
The switch is rusted, but it still works.
ओके. वर्किंग कंडीशन में है. इमेजिनरी मोड नहीं. यहाँ पर ही गया रहे पक्का. तो मैप के बाहर जा रहे हैं. और क्या है इसमें कुछ? बाहर जा रहा है भाई. आउट ऑफ लिमिट क्या है? ये अपने एक कुछ तो है नीचे. नहीं. पिछले बार जैसे ही क्लू मिस आउट होने पर भाई पूरा केस आड़ा टेढ़ा हो गया था. वैसा नहीं होना चाहिए. तो ये बराबर है. जैसे मैप में बीच का स्टेशन. नाइस व्यू. वॉटसन क्या देख रहा है भाई? ओ इधर है अपने सस्पेक्ट्स आई गेस. उन्हें भाई इसको क्या हो गया
A
भाई?
funny character. He looks...
And he is...
ही इज नॉट इंग्लिशमैन. इतना समझ गया.
This scent is familiar to me, but in order to recognize it, I must combine my associations into one picture.
मेक्सिकन है वो. सोम्ब्रेरो दिख रहा है उसका वो हैट. की बकचोदी है भाई.
A greenish-brown cigar with a strong aroma, a hint of peppermint. Ricardo.
You already know the name of this man? Holmes, you amaze me.
No, Watson, I refer to the cigar. It is a Ricardo Tarrant, a Mexican cigar of an excellent quality. Quite an expensive one, too.
Okay. वो बंदा किधर गया भाई? Examine office table.
Newspaper articles on horse racing.
Horse racing tickets.
Betting slips for horse racing. The sums are quite impressive.
It can be an expensive vice. This man had probably used all his savings.
बराबर ओजी बंदा लग रहा है मेरे को, बट वो बंदा थोड़ा वो नहीं लग रहा है मेरे को, जो पैसा उड़ा रहा है और कुछ इंटरेक्टेबल नहीं लग रहा है.
A telegraph.
मिस आउट क्या मैंने कुछ? Ashtray, oh. Piece of burnt paper, okay.
This ashtray is full of ash. Apparently, there was a conflict between the Mexicans and the Chileans. This ashtray is full of ash and cigar stubs. A greenish brown. These ashes and cigar stubs are similar to the one that we found on the floor. Some of the stubs were recently smoked.
That means that the fellow spent several days here, judging by...
Well concluded, my dear fellow.
Okay.
A man who...
Okay, बहुत दिन से इधर ही है. मतलब यही शिपमेंट के लिए रुका था. ऐसे भी हो सकता है.
Holmes, look. There's a flooded area over here.
I believe that the flooded area might be worth checking.
बराबर. ये रेड फ्लैग क्यों भाई यहाँ पर? कुछ आ रहा तो नहीं है भाई. फ्लडेड एरिया माइट बी वर्थ चेकिंग. कुछ भी नहीं दिख रहा मुझे तो. कुछ भी बोलने का भाई.
The whole train just disappeared. It's unbelievable.
नाइस. कुछ है क्या इधर? ये क्या नया झूठ बोलने वाला है भाई?
My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. John Watson. We are investigating the case of the vanished train.
Is that so? Well, good day, gentlemen. I am Mr. Duff, the station master of this station. I'll be happy to help you in any way I can, but there's not much that I can tell you about last night.
क्यों भाई? किधर घूमने गया था? क्लीन क्लोज वही बकचोदी रहेगा भाई. मेलंकली सैड बंदा है. मिसिंग बटन ये सब नोटिस करता है भाई. अनमैरिड रिंग मार्क. ओके. स्टेशन मास्टर ही नहीं लग रहा है.
It appears that you may be at risk of some flooding along the line here.
You mean that the whole bloody lake is at our feet?
Quite so. But it is strange, because according to my map, there should be a quarry here, and behind that, the lake.
How should I know? I only arrived here a few months ago.
And where did you work before that?
I was working in Nottingham. but I asked for a quieter place, so they transferred me here. Life is cheaper. I can't really complain.
Did any passengers leave or board the train last night?
No, I saw no one as usual. I reported the train's passage by telegraph, just the same as all the other nights.
मेरे को मैक्सिकन के बारे में देखना है भाई क्या
I
है
observe that you are a gambling man, Mr. Duff. You had hoped that your relocation to this small town might have helped
वो भाई
ease
क्या
your
deduction था ये
addiction, but it was not to be.
नाइस
I beg your pardon? Addiction to what?
addiction to your horse racing brother
We found a number of horse racing tickets inside your office. Well, well, we all have our weaknesses. An expensive obsession, surely, for a station master.
It is none of your business. I occasionally attend the races with my colleagues. And anyway, that's my private life.
There was a gentleman of Mexican origin, I believe, in the waiting room. Did you notice him?
What? A Mexican? Here in the back of beyond? Are you quite sure about that?
are you sure
Goodbye,
about
sir.
that
It is obvious that we cannot inspect the quarry. Instead, we can check the beach area around the flooded lake.
स्टेशन ही कुछ झोल लग रहा है भाई मेरे को इसमें ही सब कार को रे भी सकते हैं क्योंकि 2 दिन से रुका है आया नहीं कुछ नहीं किया मतलब यहाँ पर ही कुछ हो सकता है क्या इधर क्या इंस्पेक्ट करेगा भाई ये बाजू का घर क्या है वो इंस्पेक्ट कर लेता हूँ एक बार जाने का ही रास्ता नहीं मेरे को शायद इससे ही जाना है बीच ओके क्या बात कर रहे हैं यार छे
Here we are at the beach that is located near the quarry. These traces were made by a carriage. Look,
ओके ठीक मेजरमेंट
nothing interesting here.
क्या मेजर करूं भाई यहाँ से लेके
Nothing interesting here. No. The distance between the tracks is about 6 feet 7 inches. The vehicle would have been heavy, as these tracks are quite deep.
बराबर
The vehicle pressed this
stone
stone
into
into
the
the ground.
it would have been
Would have
quite
been quite
बराबर
heavy.
पत्थर ही टूट गया मतलब कुछ इतना
These
ज़्यादा
traces are relatively fresh
made
and
by-
were made by a large truck loaded with materials.
क्या यार हट बे जाने दे मुझे यार क्या फालतू ग्लिच है का मैकेनिक्स ही बहुत गंदा है भाई गेम का स्टोरी बिल्डिंग और
An abandoned gypsy caravan.
जिप्सी
This place was abandoned fairly recently.
ओके ड्राई क्लोथ्स
Observing the coastline and the moored boats, we are able to see that the lake's water level dropped. The lake has flooded the quarry. The dam was probably breached.
कपड़े सुखाए किसने तो समझ गया भाई भाई ये मैप डरावना है बीच में ही कभी भी टपक जाता है। यहाँ पर कुछ तो मिस आउट कर रहा है। कुछ तो मिस आउट कर रहा है। मैं तो ये आता नहीं था क्या मिस आउट कर रहा है। चाकू नहीं। ओ ओ ओ ओ
A label with the name Las Zarpas.
मिल गया ना क्लू। आर्काइव जाना पड़ेगा क्या? इंस्पेक्ट द बीच कंप्लीटेड। बराबर। लास्ट जार पास का मतलब क्या होता है अभी? ये मेरे पास अपना पोर्टेबल ये इसमें ही है ना कि इधर आर्काइव नहीं मिलेगा। फर्स्ट इलेक्ट्रिक रेलवे ओपन्स बैंक्रप्सी फेनियन कंडम्ड न्यूज़पेपर्स। Oh,
Here it is.
belongs to Mexican consortium, Caracal who covers shipping, electricity service and mining. Oh, oh. Nice. Special wagon. अरे क्या फालतू गिरी भाई। स्पेशल वैगन का कोई संबंध नहीं इससे। क्या बात कर, फ्लडेड क्वेरी और ये नहीं। क्या बात है, क्या हो ही नहीं सकता है। एक बार वापस एक ट्राई देते। स्पेशल वैगन स्पेशल ट्रांसपोर्ट तो नहीं है। ये और यही तो हो सकता है। ओ, किया नहीं था क्या मैंने? ओके, लीड बन रहा है, चलो देखते। ट्रेन नेवर पास नहीं, ट्रेन पास थ्रू डालेगा तो कुछ होता है क्या? बन रहा है, पास ही रखते हैं अभी के लिए। पास रखता है, ये लोग ने कुछ उठाया ऐसा बीच में से। सॉरी, टैप दबा के देखता हूँ बच रहा क्या है। द स्विच, वहाँ पर कुछ मिस आउट कर रहा हूँ क्या मैं? एक्साइटमेंट द साइड ले रहे हो, मैप देख लियो एक बार, इधर एक बार जाना। यहाँ पर भी वही हैवी ट्रैक से गया, तो अपना ट्रैक से। यहाँ पर कुछ नहीं है। एक बार जाके वो क्या बोलते हैं, वो उससे बात करना पड़ेगा, डॉन कैस्टर का, वो स्टेशन मास्टर से, कि तेरे को इसके बारे में मतलब मालूम क्या है, व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय लास्ट जार पास।
You'll find nothing interesting here, I'm afraid.
ऐसे क्यों बोल रहा है भाई? ओह, ये लेफ्ट लकी
Railway post bags.
अरे ऐसा बोला, ऐसी कुछ मिल रही नहीं है इधर। क्या स्टेशन स्टेशन घुमा रहा है भाई ये लोग।
Ah, will I ever get any peace?
वाह भाई, तेरा कौन सा कि हम लोग ने इतना डिस्टर्ब कर दिया, उठे ही तो रहते दिन रात। कुछ तो वापस क्लू मिस आउट हो गया क्या? आज के लिए यहीं पर रुकते, बहुत हो गया। We'll meet you guys in the next walkthrough. Until then, stay tuned.